like 25 years ago.
Was it the score?
Yes, it was.
I remember that. You know how I remember that?
How do you remember that?
Because I know Lauryn Hill.
You know, Miss Hill.
She's the best. She's probably one of the best.
You know, she couldn't have did that without Wyclef.
Yeah, but she proved herself that she could do it without him.
You realize a lot of people don't realize that the score was the Fuji's second album.
Yeah, because the first one got like 12 buys or something.
Yeah, it did. I think they sold like 12 copies.
Hey, that just means keep trying. Like, not everybody's gonna be on tune with what you're doing, but if you keep doing you, somebody's gonna hop on. You know.
This is true. This is true. They did have. I remember they had a video. I think the first album. I can't even remember the name of it. And they had a nice video for it, a nice single, but it was just like missing something, you know. And then all of a sudden, they just came back with "Killing Me Softly," and everybody just was like, "What the heck is this?"
Exactly.
You know. And I think it helped with Lauryn Hill too, you know, because she got a lot of momentum from Sister Act. So next thing you know, I think that it's like certified diamond now. I know Lawrence Hill, Miseducation, went diamond this week. And I know the score sold over, 10 million copies?
Oh, wow.
We have to look that up and put that in the credit. It might be more than that. I don't know, no, because they sold 10 million copies in the U.S. So
yeah,
I think,
we have to think about other places.
right. So,
like Europe, Dad.
So with the European sales, that was another 15. So they're around like 25 million copies sold worldwide. As far as I think. It might be a little bit more, but hey, I'm still playing it.
One thing I saw Lil Wayne do an interview on was saying how he used to make people get up and go buy his tapes, but now with streams is different because a lot of kids just click buttons or it comes up in ads. But back then, artists really had to make you get up and go buy their music. And he's like, he was proud of his accomplishments back then because he actually made people do something instead of just like ad revenue and like links and clicks. You know what I mean? So streams are a lot different these days. And I think one thing I want to see in the music industry is an evolution of effort. And I feel like there's a big pollution because everybody can make music these days. And back in the day, only stars could be stars. You know what I mean? And I think that's very cool. That was the cultural piece of it. So I hope the pollution dies out. And it's cool that back then they did all that work for people to buy their things and get all those sellouts. And now they still get the streams in modern day. They're breaking 2 records, you know, in 2 areas.
Yeah. The thing is with the streams is you're not getting seeing any way the money artists are selling records and selling albums and physical copies. There's always more money in the physical, you know. So when you, I think that gets lost a lot of times. But I think that the rears, because vinyls come back, artists are tending to putting vinyl records out a lot more, and then they're seeing a bigger revenue from it, and that's just streaming that. You know, you got to break that stream. The streaming, you would be surprised. 10,000 times, you might walk away with $10.
Streams is pollution. It's pollution. That's why I think merch is important. And even if I reverse back on what I said about being a fan, I think definitely support other people, go to concerts, merch, and all that. But never forget that you are a creator too. That's what I meant by never be a fan. Don't forget that you are also a creator. And I love like merch pieces because that's another way of revenue and another way to support other artists, you know, instead of just the streams. Like, check out their merch or check out whatever they got, you know, because that's just another way to support them, actually.
Yeah. Okay. We gotta move on. Are we moving on, Dad, to the movies?
Movies.
The movies. The martial arts movies.
Ooh.
I don't know about y'all, but, you know, what we always say before I go into class that I have to have every single time, Dad.
Your inner Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Exactly.
Oh man. So Mr. Clay, let me ask you this. What is your favorite martial arts flick?
The Last Dragon.
Oh!
Wait, I'm trying to remember The Last Dragon.
How could
Did
you?
it have?
The
Did
show.
it was the
got
last
Harlem.
one.
The show enough. Show.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Who's the
I
bad?
had a feeling it was that one.
Who's the prick?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one a lot.
What was it about that?
One, I was young and it was just one of those things on in the background because it was everyone. As a kid, I was the martial artist. I was the ninja. So everyone just kind of had it on subconsciously. Like even in the house, like, oh, you would like this. And one, he was also my skin color. Because I know like color doesn't matter, but it is a relating tool sometimes psychologically in the brain. We can't deny that. And I feel like in a lot of movies you see not a lot of brothers out there fighting. I'm like, I could do that one day, just like that or better. So I did definitely relate to it, and I like that it wasn't as serious, because even in the way I teach, I try not to be as traditionalist martial arts instructor because we're not in traditional times. And a lot of martial arts movies are always so serious, and it was still very kick butt, but casual and funny too. In the same way like I try to teach, because life isn't as serious. And I feel like a lot of martial arts movies and martial arts life is very serious and militant. But
You see his whole face change when he got serious.
Because you gotta have both. It's a dichotomy. But life is serious with the principles, but overall you gotta enjoy it and have fun. So I like that movie was a great movie because it was fun. I could relate to it, and it was also serious principles, you know?
Oh man, his younger brother. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
His younger brother had some threads though. Wasn't he rocking some leather pants at one point in that movie?
I barely remember. It's been so long since I've seen it, Dad.
We're gonna have to pull it back out.
Oh my gosh.
You know we own it. I think I bought a copy.
Did you bought a copy? Of course you did. What do I expect?
Yeah, I had to on Amazon Prime. As much as we kept renting it, I said skip it. I just might as well buy it.
Exactly.
Oh
What
man.
about you, Cobweb and AMG? What's your favorite movie? Martial arts movie.
Die Hard.
Ooh. Like that was so good. And
That did have some martial arts in it.
Yeah,
it
you
did.
were in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I saw that punch you threw. I didn't know you were a limo driver.
That was a joke.
Oh, that was a good one. You know what? You do resemble him a little bit, the limo driver in Die Hard.
I can see, and I saw the movie when I was younger, but I remember the punch.
Oh man, yeah, Bruce Willis kicked butt in that. Me, my favorite martial arts movie would be Enter the Dragon. It's definitely Enter the Dragon. That showed Bruce's full repertoire of everything that he could do, and it was like well directed. It didn't seem cheap at all, you know, and it was just on point. You know, the end fight scene and everything when he was in that the room of mirrors and everything like that. Man, that was intense. That was really intense. That was the flick right there.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, what was that movie with John Von Claude? Oh gosh, that last name's too hard for me to pronounce.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, my favorite. That's definitely my favorite one.
You know, because that was based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy was like the guy that he actually played in that movie. He still holds some world records. He does. For like the fastest roundhouse kick. That guy was no joke.
I'm bad with names.
It's okay. Hey, that's why we have ending credits.
And that's why we just send him love in the universe. That guy was cold. He knows who he is. For real.
Yeah.
He felt it. But one thing is Blood and Bone. I think it's Blood and Bone. Have you seen that one? Or it's got, you know, Michael. It's this brother man. He's a big dude. His name's Michael J. White, I think.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, oh my God, I would not want to mess with him.
No, there's a thing, Blood and Bone. I think there's a movie, Blood and Bone, I think it's called. But that's a good movie.
He's got a lot of good martial arts movies. I know who you're talking about too. That dude right there is huge. We don't have to we're gonna have to educate you on that AMG.
Oh my gosh, if you say he's huge, I mean.
He's big. Didn't he play in Spawn?
I haven't seen that movie.
The original Spawn? Yeah, I think so.
But I did a Zoom call with him. The TM Martial Arts did when we were training. He was
Get out! No, wait a minute. Okay, break this down.
Yeah.
Break it down.
So basically, TM Martial Arts, first off, Master Harrison, he is well respected by a lot of the grandmasters in Taekwondo and Combat Hapkido. So we are the headquarters for Combat Hapkido, and a lot of Taekwondo events we have, grandmasters come out sometimes. And we doing a virtual seminar with Superfoot, because Superfoot Wallace, he is a Taekwondo kickboxer, and obviously Michael, he likes to box and kickbox and do martial arts, and Superfoot has this annual gathering where it's like a kickboxing event, a big seminar, but they couldn't do it this year because we were going to go fly out this year, but they couldn't do it this year, so we did it virtually over Zoom, which is cool because you could have saw him in person, but it was just as cool to see him through Zoom. So for the Zoom seminar, it's each special guest gets to do a lesson on their combat or give you a piece of their fighting style they like. So it was Master Harrison and I and just the staff members, and then he was one of the special guests and he popped up on the screen. He was just talking about the way he throws roundhouse kicks and just little tips and tricks, and he's very humble. He is a very nice guy, which, I mean, you expect, but sometimes from celebrities, you never know. But even just through the Zoom call, the way he was talking, you could just tell he's really just a man living his life, in his best way, So it was very cool getting to meet him, and I was very in awe, but just, again, from creator to creator, I appreciated his work,
What did he tell you about the roundhouse kick? Can you share a tidbit about this roundhouse kick?
Of course. So, in traditional martial arts, traditional Taekwondo, we have a thing called the front stance, where all of our weight is on our front leg, and it's like if we were lunging forward or striking forward, because we're shifting the momentum from the back of our leg forward, like a driving spear. You see what I mean? So, in modern martial arts, we like to normally keep our feet balanced because we dance a lot more. In a fight, you never see people very stagnant. Your feet are moving a lot. Footwork is very evident. So in Michael's style, he takes the traditional martial arts and mixes it with the modern martial arts. So before he throws a modern punch, he puts his weight on his front leg. He puts his weight on his front leg and thrusts it forward like if he were to throw his punch. So for his roundhouse kick, he emulates the same thing. He puts his weight on his front leg, shifts his pivot to the back leg, so then his weight transfers, so then he can throw it into the strike. So to explain, pretty much for a strike to work, it's all a whip. You need an engine, and that engine creates the wind. You know what I mean? So what he does is load up his engine by putting his weight on his front leg, giving his back foot time to chamber, to cock up, and then he blows back his weight and releases the wind. If you had a turbo engine in a car, it goes. So when he goes, he loads up his weight on his front leg, and then he throws it into his target, which is his leg whipping across.
We actually have sound effects here.
Maybe you should just do our sound effects, honestly.
Yeah.
Now me and AMG had about these roundhouse kicks. Me and AMG had a debate, and I said that can you do a flying roundhouse kick? Basically, when you're in the air.
I can do a flying roundhouse kick, but what's more common maybe is a flying side kick, like the thing Bruce Lee does.
Okay. So, see, I mean, we're educating ourselves here at the table.
My bad.
No, I don't know.
Just to drop martial arts culture. But it is a side kick, and yes, I love doing flying side kicks. I have multiple pictures, got a few videos, and actually on my Instagram,
Let them know where they can look you up at. You got an Instagram, IG account?
Of course. My Instagram is Kyle _Clay.